Hey coaches, welcome back to the Coach Chip channel. It's football talk with Coach Chip. And I'm going to try to do as many of these as I can over the next 2 or 3 weeks, since I think all of us are in the same boat. Schools shut down all over the country. Sports shut down. Weightlifting shut down. So, hey, I'm sitting at the house. Got a lot of yard work done yesterday. Been doing some instructional videos for my players or getting them ready. So when we get back eventually, we'll be able to do something and they'll have a good idea what we're doing. And I got big news about that coming up in a week or so that I'll let y'all know. And you might see some changes in the gear that I wear. Let's just put it that way. And well, you definitely will see some changes in the gear I wear. Before we get started, let me get a plug out there for my good friend Johnny Buckets and his partner Thrift Behringer as they do the Johnny Buckets podcast with Thrift. Wherever you get podcasts, type in Johnny Buckets. If you like to hear just a couple of dudes that really know what they're talking about, just talking sports, right now doing a lot of basketball. And despite the fact that we don't have anything fresh going on, these cats are creating content when a lot of your national media types are just out there on Twitter whining and complaining about there's nothing to talk about, blah, blah, blah. These guys are nailing it. They're entertaining. And just go on over there when you get through with this, after you go back and look at all episodes of the Coach Chip channel and football talk, and check out Johnny Buckets podcast with Thrift. All right, today we're going to talk rocket toss. Here you see this old Georgia Tech clip right here, our still shot as they're playing Florida State. And what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the play a little bit and look here at how to block it. Now, I block it maybe a little different from some people, and I haven't done this in years because we've been in gun for so long. But right here, you see the diagram. Now, on the back side, all we do was reach and get down the field because you don't have to block anything inside of a 5. Okay? Now, on the outside, you can stalk or you can crack. We did both with calls. And when you do that, you get a kick right here from your wing on that corner. All right, and my tackle always would get flat, and you'll see on the first video, and run to the sideline and try to force his belly up the field vertical to get outside that 5. If the 5 is really athletic and quick and runs with him, that's fine. But sooner or later, when that 5 elects to escape inside because you're giving him the inside, he'll just turn, get upfield, block the first thing that shows, usually be a scraping backer. Those are the cats that make the play. All right, real quick before we get into the video and get some clips going. We do this with a drill. And what we would do, we put a cone outside of the tackle box right here and tell the wing to get flat, not get flat, get depth, and come right behind the fullback. We called him a tailback, close enough to touch his hiney, okay? And we told the quarterback to look out of the side of his eyes, peripheral vision, and as soon as that motion man, the rocket man, disappears from his peripheral vision, okay, snap the football. And this guy is hauling butt. And taught him to throw it to this cone, this spot right here outside the box. If you had a tight end, he'd be out, the cone would be outside the tight end. And catch that ball out here with a full head of steam. And you staying flat and looking for a chance to turn up. Now, unlike the jet, there's not much of a hump on this. You've already got good depth. And you're looking actually to cut up, especially if you're cracking inside that block. That's why it's of the utmost importance that these cats that are pulling pick off linebackers. Don't block any linemen unless they got a tough 5 that won't get reached. And eventually, but you ain't got to block him, just run. And as long as you're in his way, he can't make the play. And as soon as he elects to go underneath, right here, underneath that tackle turns up, eyes inside, and you're going to see on the first play what I'm talking about. Okay, right here we're going to be looking at rocket right. And I want to slow it down for you and show you. It's about a 4 or 5 yard gain. So right there, getting flat. Once he gets his depth, he's going to get flat, come right behind the fullback, and getting out here to this point where we're going to pitch the ball to. Quarterback's going to reverse out and two-hand fling it. We used to call it the fling back in the old days, and I'll tell you a story on another video about how that happened. And my tackle is going to get flat And as soon as this guy goes underneath him, he can turn up. And he needs to look inside. Now, the guy that winds up making a good play is this 45 right here. And that's the one that he should have gotten, the tackle should have gotten. All right, real quick about the fullback. Some folks teach him to flat and belly and toss it in front of him. I've tried that. I've tried it. I don't like it. It's good for deception, but sooner or later, he's going to hit him with the quarterback's going to hit the fullback with the football, or the fullback's going to forget, and he's going to hit the football. So what we do is we jab and come back right here, and it sets up a counter later. It's like an old I formation counter tray. You can run it just like that, and that's how we do it. All right, let's look at some cut-ups. All right, in slow-mo. Look how wide he throws the ball, slam off the frame. See, two guys went underneath the tackle. There we got 58, missed 45, and the tackle missed that safety coming up. All right, now we're going to go over. Just end over, so we're unbalanced over here out wide, and they do a good job adjusting to it. All right, there's my left tackle pulling, and look, nobody gets that linebacker. Now, you're going to see the same game. This is going to come back later, and we're going to start getting that guy, and he's going to start slowing down, and they're really overplaying the unbalance. But these guys have got to get there. See, number 3, once he doesn't get that guy, should have been working up the field. Once he doesn't get that D in, because if the guy goes underneath you, he's not going to make the play. That's the glory of the rocket. You can block less people on the rocket than you block on the jet. Okay, that's enough of us not doing it right. All right, right there. Look how wide he is. See, there's the cut up. See, that's about a 9-yard gain. Somebody's going to ask about that cone in the drill. That cone's about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage that you're going to put it to. Watch it right here. Right there. Boom. Look how wide he is. It's almost like an old school bubble before there was a bubble. Look, 15 doesn't out there, the tight end doesn't even make a block. He just gets in the guy's way, which to me is a block. But I always teach my guys in the open field. I said, if DBs are dancing, they ain't tackling. There you go, good right here. He's not going fast enough, but watch him turn on the jets. Good job right there by the tackle. Watch the left tackle. He gets a little too much depth. He can go, but look how many guys come behind him. See, they're not going to make the play. Boom, right there. Just getting out there, getting in people's way. That's what it's all about, getting in folks' way. You see guys just gathering people back in the inside, picking them up. Be sure to hit me up on my email. That's siegel.chip@gmail.com, SEAGLE.chip@gmail.com. I'm Chip Siegel on Twitter, and I'm Chip Siegel on Facebook. There's another good one, getting outside. Now, if you got speed, guys, this is a great thing to do. It's almost like running a screen. That's a good angle, how close he was to the tailback. You know, when I say tailback, y'all know I'm talking fullback, okay? There. See, we ran it to the tight end that time, and the tight end went inside to get a linebacker, and my tackle pulled flat. You'll see what the right tackle, 63. So watch it, here's the tight end, and the right tackle's still going to pull flat and then get up the field. Go. Stay with your block, split in. Good. Look at, there's 3 bodies out in front, people hustling to it. Good job. It's just like it's like a screen. All right, now here's a good one. Rock it right. Big tackle getting out there. Didn't make a great block, but again, if they're dancing, they ain't tackling. You know, I remember watching Saturday Night Fever back in the day. John Travolta ain't tackled a thing. He's a little bit deep. He needs to be close enough to touch. Good little pin by number 3, the wing. Tackle out there. Boom. Making people miss. Good gain. All right, we're going over again. We got the tight end, the wing, and the split end down here. Boom. There you go. Even when they don't make a great block, it's good because those DBs and linebackers got to get out of the way. Good. Work your hips inside. There you go, 15. There you go. See that corner? We didn't get a great kick on him because you got guys out there getting in the way. Just hustle down the field and get in the way. And we used to do this drill, like our jet drill I showed you, with 11 guys as a conditioning drill, almost like an offensive pursuit drill. Tell him to get down the field. Good. Still, he's a little bit slower. He's a faster player than the other kid, but he's slower on his motion. He wasn't as sure of it. Boom, good crack right there. Now, I'm going to get on my soapbox right here. All right, watch this kid right here. And we were getting them pretty good with the rocket, and they're getting tired of Big 63 getting out there and hurting their feelings. Watch the cornerback. Yet they won't let us cut them on pass blocking. That's good old days we could crack. But watch what that cornerback does. Oh, yeah, he was trying to make a tackle. Yeah. I thought he'd ended his career. He came back in and played that night, but that's not good football to me. You know, I don't know why referees won't call hitting below the waist on a defensive guy. Some of them will. I've seen it called 2 or 3 times, and I've been coaching 34 years. All right, here we go. Rocket right again. See, don't always get big yards. I mean, when's the last time you turned down a 4 or 5 yard gain unless it was 3rd and 6? But it cuts up more than the jet does. If you go back and look at the jet episodes early on, episodes like 1, 2, 3, you'll see I'm always talking about getting outside and running the hump. This will cut up. And that's why you see so many teams like Navy that still run it on goal line, 2-point conversions, like that, because it will cut up, and you're getting them out there in space. All right. Watch the left tackle pull. Boom, get flat. There you go, get in his way. Good. Good, 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 good. Speed kills. Good, that's a good one right there. No, I'm in the way. Sorry about that. Right there. There you go. That DB has to fend off a lineman, and that's not good for DBs. All right, a little rocket right again. Watch my right tackle get out there. No one to kick, turn up. And you know the running back should have followed that. If the tackle can get outside, the John Brown running back can too. You know, we didn't get a lot of illegal procedure or illegal motion calls, but we did. You go back and look at the film. I think it's because you motion in every time. All right, that's for next episode. All right. So that's it for this episode of Football Talk with Coach Chip. Be sure to hit me up at siegel.chip@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter at Chip Siegel, and I'm Chip Siegel on Facebook. Hey, we've been jetting, we've been bucking, we've run the power, and now we got the rocket. And I'm going to come back next episode, and we're going to do some more rocket talk and show you some stuff off the rocket that you can do if you want to do that. And we've even run rocket from gun. I don't like it as much, but we've done it. Hey, y'all have a great day. Stay safe. Stay away from this stuff. And as always, be elite.